The part that's confusing for me is because y'all have these high-ass standards for the nigga that's in the friend zone, but don't got these same standards for the nigga that's just jumping in your drawers.
No.
It just so, you got to tell me what we going to do before, what we going to do after, what's your intentions, and what you're thinking about. But that nigga that just getting in them panties ain't got to tell you nothing about nothing.
Hold on a minute.
That is not
Hold
true.
on.
You said they getting in our drawers, but if a nigga's getting in my drawers, why am I not getting in his drawers? If I don't, when that's happening, who says I give a fuck about what happens tomorrow? Maybe that day, I'm the one getting in his drawers. Y'all always thinking you getting in my drawers.
You're not winning, mama.
How am I not winning?
You're not getting in his drawers.
How not?
He's entering you. He got in your drawers.
Okay, and then after that, if I leave and don't talk to you again,
You did me a favor.
I still got in them
you
drawers.
did me one too, because a lot of
I always
niggas
spin
will
the
not
block.
just leave it at that. Because I dick and dash, so I know.
Dick and
Dick and dash?
For sure.
What? Put that on a shirt. No.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Dailyrapupcrew. It's your boy Loso, in case you ain't know so, you know what I mean? Nothing less than the best FABOLOUS. As usual, we got Static Shock in the building.
You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with you. It's your boy Static Shock. For all y'all niggas that don't know who that is, man,
Do your
y'all
research.
fucked up word. Go ask your moms and pops.
Or put some respect on
Somebody.
his name, man.
The fuck, you
I
heard?
mean, black superheroes in the building. All right. We're going to get to you right here.
Hi, y'all. I'm Fra. You can find me at frafrizzy.xo on Instagram.
Fra.
You know the vibes. Model, executive assistant, creative, a little bit of everything. So
Shout out to you.
Hi, I'm Tina. You can find me at The Real Tina Chanel on Instagram, and basically the same thing, model, YouTuber. You gotta go to my page to see everything.
Hi, it's Penny. Do I have to say everything else?
I mean, it's up to you. That's how you...
I'm Penny Lee on Instagram, and then you can find my other socials in my bio link on there.
Hey everyone, I'm Swiggy. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. Take a swig, 2 G's of me. Take a swig of me. I'm a private event bartender and a bar instructor. And yeah, if you need some classes, hit me up.
What you teaching?
Bartending.
Oh, okay. All right. Yo, make sure y'all...
Your head on the swivel now.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe, you know what I mean? Hit that notification button. You know what I mean? If you're not a member, go green, you know what I mean? Cop the merch. We ain't got it on right now because we fat missed that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Cop the merch. All right, we gonna get into the first topic. So in the spirit of Halloween, I want to know what's your favorite Halloween movie or scary movie, costume, and character. We can start right here with Fra.
why you gotta? So my favorite movie is Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Okay.
Movie. And my favorite costume, I like the Selena costume. I did it once and it was cute.
Okay.
I like when people do like celebrity costumes. Like I think they're like dope, if that makes sense.
Like Fab?
Like Fab, you know what I mean?
Fab and dope. But yeah. What was the last question?
Your favorite character from a movie?
Favorite character.
Yeah.
I like SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Oh,
Eli would have been like, yes.
Eli would have sucked your toes.
Oh my God.
You got white toes?
Wait, where's Eli?
Nah.
Oh, all right. I'm about to say
He probably eating that somewhere.
Yo, get to you, Tina.
That's crazy. Okay, damn. How do you, I feel like it's Hocus Pocus. I feel like that's... I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a... I feel like for Halloween, it's like more like a tradition. A lot of people like to watch Hocus Pocus. And as far as costumes go, I don't have a favorite costume. I've never dressed up for Halloween. This is my first time.
This is your first time
Yeah.
for the Dailyrapupcrew? Yo, shout out to you, man. I appreciate that.
I've never done it.
Shout out to you.
Like, I've never done it. I've never celebrated Halloween, nothing. So
Why is that?
You Caribbean?
Yes.
Oh,
Of course.
Okay, say less.
Okay.
Say less.
Did you mention that Are you Caribbean too?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
My father's from Jamaica.
See, same thing. See, I was born in Jamaica. So Halloween's not a thing down there. So when I came up here, I never did it ever. And school, nothing. Everybody else would be like dressed up, not me.
You ain't feel left out?
No.
Nah?
No, I can't. In a weird way, I thought it was kind of weird. So it's
like everybody else is weird. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
So, I swear, like, but it's like I don't know. Maybe because I'm Jamaican, everybody like my whole family is. So it's just like, my grandma was like, "Why you want to be like them?" Just like, but I never did nothing trick or treating. I did it with my cousins. Yeah. But like, I never dressed up. I went regular.
Okay, all right. So do you have a favorite character from a movie?
Ah man, so many.
So many?
So many. Yeah. I
can't choose.
Like, what you like? You want to narrow it down like cartoons?
Nah, like Halloween, in the spirit of Halloween.
In the spirit of Halloween. Yeah. Damn. I kind of like Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, Penny, you up?
Hi.
What
was the question?
Your favorite Halloween or scary movie character and costume?
So I've never actually watched a Halloween movie in my life.
Never?
I can't think of one.
Oh, so what's your favorite movie in general? You got one?
Ooh, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's a movie? That's a movie?
It's a really weird movie.
Well, you said, ooh, I thought you were about to say a porno.
Word.
A porno?
You said, ooh.
No, it's an amazing movie. And The Lion King.
Oh, shout out to The Lion King. That's my favorite movie. I ain't gonna lie.
Other than that, yeah, I never watched a scary movie, so I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I've watched scary movies, but not Halloween movies.
Okay. Like what? Paranormal Activity?
I saw that. I thought it was corny.
You did?
Yeah.
I mean, it only had action like the last 5 minutes or some shit.
You didn't see it?
It's not worth it.
I don't watch scary movies.
Me
so
either.
I don't.
Like this is a whole.
I
this
hate
is weird.
Why? Because y'all get scared or because y'all just don't like it?
Personally,
I don't.
Me personally, I kid you not, I will have a dream the next night.
Me too.
And I will be in the movie, everything, scene by scene. I can't do it.
Oh, so you was watching Freddy.
It doesn't matter what I watch.
And
anything.
I feel like that might have been
I don't like them. I think they're scary.
I like
They're scary.
I like the thrill. I think they're getting corny these days, but I mean, I do like scary movies in general. So, what's your favorite costume? I mean, I see you in a lot of costumes.
I want to be like a fruit. I know it sounds weird, but I would like to be like a fruit one year, like
What kind of?
like an apple or something.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that shit. I ain't gonna.
But you know, it's not sexy, so I'm like, damn. And then I do stuff like this.
You want somebody to take a bite out of you?
Dailyrapupcrew, like I can't be an apple today, but maybe.
You wouldn't fit on the couch. Like,
I wouldn't fit on
So, who's your favorite character?
Halloween or just in general?
Whichever we want to go with.
Yeah.
Simba.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold. Okay. All right.
There was eating ass in the front of the intro of that.
All right, we gonna go with you, Swiggy. Favorite movie. You say you don't watch scary movies, so what's your favorite?
Mine. Honestly, Casper took it. Casper's
did?
number one.
Okay.
If we talking,
Damn.
yeah, everybody loves Casper. You can't not love Casper.
What about costume? So Casper's your favorite character as well?
I don't really have a favorite. If we being real, I love Dexter.
From Dexter's Laboratory?
No.
Who's Dexter?
Dexter, the forensic scientist, like the one that was murdering people.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Oh.
Either that or my favorite movie would be American Psycho.
Well, that's kind of like.
I've never seen that. I want to see that.
Dexter's legit though.
So good.
Okay.
I'm into psychological shit. I don't know why. Like all that. I'm not into like scary shit. Murder is scary, but for some reason, I don't know. I don't like scary movies because I told you I will wake up in the dream and I'll be in the movie, and for some reason.
But you watching
murder and shit. You're not gonna end up on the murder scene. Like what the fuck your dream?
When they start like chopping fingers and stuff, I'm closing my eyes. I get under the sheets and
He chopped the body every episode.
And I'm under the sheets. I'm listening though. I'm waiting.
You got a favorite costume?
I did Velma. It was cute. I didn't have a Daphne. It hurt, but it was cute.
Okay. Static Shock. What you got?
I'm gonna go with shout out to my homie Batman. Is best character. Halloween movie. Anything that's gonna get titties showing, and cause every horror movie they fucking every horror movie. It ain't a real horror movie if you don't see titties bouncing.
I ain't gonna front. If I was to go out like that, I would want to go out like that. I ain't gonna lie.
You watch Freddy Krueger? That's fucking. You watch Jason? That's fucking.
Horror movie again?
Anyone with titties bouncing.
What's your favorite one?
Freddy Krueger.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy versus Jason. Like
There was titties in it?
Yes, they was. Yes, they was.
Jason and Mars or whatever when he was in a different planet and he was in a spaceship. That shit was horrible, but it definitely showed titties.
I think Jason low-key a pervert. Can you wait till niggas be fucking and just come in and like
yeah.
so, like, or it's either he a pervert or he a hater. Like, you ain't getting no pussy on my watch. You're like, ching. Like, I mean, like, yeah, all right. Yo, all right. Let me get to the next question, man. How important is it celebrating Halloween to y'all? I know a lot of y'all say y'all don't really celebrate Halloween. So, but could y'all be with somebody who's the opposite of you?
I don't give a shit about Halloween.
Like they're obsessed with Halloween.
Yeah, like they gotta celebrate. They gotta dress up. You know what
I
mean?
feel
All
like
that.
I'm a mom, so for my kid, I do it. Like last year, I did the little scientist laboratory coat. If somebody's obsessed with it, cool. Just know that when Christmas comes around, I don't want to hear anything. Like
What?
it's a deal
You
breaker.
go all out on Christmas?
It's a deal breaker. Me
What
and
you
my
mean?
kid have Christmas pictures every year.
Oh, okay.
So it's a deal breaker. You don't have to be in the pictures. You won't be. But you got to be in the spirit. Why would you be in? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Come, like, wait in the parking lot. We'll be back.
So you okay with them going all out as long as they let you do what you do on Christmas? Is what you're saying?
They don't even have to go all out. Just be in the spirit. Because it's not even about me getting gifts. It's really just the spirit when I think about
So
Christmas.
if he asked you to be in the spirit on Halloween,
I'm down. What you want me to do?
It's all about
You want me
equality.
to
You know what I
cigarette
mean?
to your butt, but the ketchup to your mustard?
Yes, okay. I
Yo,
like
you
it. I like it. I like it. All right.
Yeah, but when Christmas come around, put them PJs on.
No ugly pajamas.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the socks. And if I say all white, don't get all white with the little black solid line. All white. Solid.
So you're not buying the socks?
If I have to, because niggas be fucking up.
Yeah, you gotta make sure if you
They
want
be
it done
like,
right, you gotta do it
I
yourself.
got some Tommy socks because they all white and it got the red strip on the bottom. All white is all white.
Okay. All right. You say you don't give a fuck about Halloween, so you with somebody that really gives a fuck about Halloween.
Okay. I'll be like, okay.
So you with it? You dressing up?
I'll dress up for him. Yeah.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
dress up for you today.
That's love. That's love.
FABO.
That's love.
Yeah, like,
Tina, first time you put on the costumes with the Dailyrapupcrew, so what you said? You with a guy, he wants you to dress up every Halloween. You with it?
I mean, sure. What are we doing?
No, I mean,
Just dressing up?
yeah, he want to be a rock. You got me, Michelle.
Okay, so my question is, we just gonna dress up, stay in the house? Or?
Nah, we going out to a party.
Trick or
You know what I
treating.
mean? Trick or treat, all that shit.
At this age?
With the kids. You go with the kids.
Okay, well, I don't have kids, but
But
I feel like if I had kids, it'd be different.
facts.
so if your kids, you being the way you are, you know what I mean? You have kids now,
Yeah.
and they want to dress up. They're like, Mom.
I do it for them.
Okay.
They're not me, so I do
Mm-hmm.
it for them. They don't have to grow up the way I did. I'll do it for them.
All right, that's commendable. You share the same sentiments. What do you?
Like right now, I don't really care about Halloween and like dressing up. But, like, eventually, when I have a family and stuff, I'd be open to it. If and so my kids even are into that. But yeah.
Okay. Static.
You heard her. What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm with somebody, I mean, I fucks with Halloween though, so you know what I
You
mean.
could tell.
Low South Street fam, yeah. But so if I'm with somebody that, I mean, I think that'd be tough. Hopefully she'll be willing to compromise, cause I believe relationships is about compromising. You know what I mean? So if she's something she want to do, I'll be willing to compromise if I didn't want to do it. So I would hope that I would get the same in return. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Static.
Great answer.
I could give two shit. I don't want to spend $1. I only did this for y'all. You heard? You know what I'm saying? But I had to, you know what I'm saying? Do it for the,
You
you know.
did it for the crew too.
Yeah, I only did it for the crew.
Okay.
Because, you know, at my house, I got to be some fucking dog catcher with 101 Dalmatians with my family, you know what I'm saying? So I got to dress
shout
up.
out to the
You
family.
know what I'm saying? You got to compromise. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of puppies at home to go watch.
You sure do, man. You might be at 101. I ain't All right, let me get to the next question, man. Do you think you could love somebody unconditionally for the rest of your life?
Definitely.
Oh, I was say who?
Just
who's
speaking from a
answering
mom
first?
perspective at that point, but
Not
a different perspective.
Not your kids.
I was about to get to the next perspective. Hold on. I was about to get to the next one.
Right.
I don't know. There's certain people in my life that I feel like even if they hurt me, they're not out to violate me. So people do things unintentionally. There's a subconscious that they do things and they don't realize they're doing it. There's certain things that you have to accept with the people you love. And I've come to terms with people I've dealt with, people I've slept with, people I've been in relationships with, where I can honestly say, I love you. I can't be next to you. I can't commingle and be around you. We can't be close friends, but I will love you until the day I die. If you call me and it's emergent and you need something, I got you. No problem. I'm also not married, so there's no like barrier where I have to be like, listen, I can't do all that. So right now where I'm at, if I love you, I'm gonna love you forever. Even if I'm mad at you, even if I say something that I don't mean, I'll still love you. The next day, the next week, the next year. That's just how I am. It's a cancer in us. Like, I don't know.
Oh, man,
That's crazy.
And when I say us, I say us.
No, I agree with you. 50%.
50.
50%.
Are you also a Cancer?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with you 50%.
So what 50? What's the 50 that you don't agree with?
I can't do that. Because I fully agree because we are like that. However,
so if y'all like that,
no, my love is conditional, and I let people know that it is.
wait, time out.
Yes.
You say y'all are like that. What do you mean?
Like I said, I agree with everything she said. 50% of the way. Why? Because one, like she said, she's not married, so there's no barrier there for her to do for people. But it's like, just don't violate me. So it's like, I could be, even if we're not together, and like say whatever relationship, right? Friendships, whatever. And we parted ways, like, you know, amicably. I could be cool with you. If you're in an issue, am I gonna come reach out? No.
Are you still gonna love this person though?
No, I don't love you.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
we cool.
For me,
but I don't
love and love
you.
is so separate. So there's an ex that violated me bad, and I still got so much love for him to where he could contact me. I probably could say no, I won't do the most for him, but he could reach out, he could contact. I'll respectfully talk to him because I love you. That's who I am. That doesn't mean that I have to do for you. That doesn't mean that I'm in love with you. I'm infatuated. When I hear in love, I hear infatuated or like just like goo goo gaga. No, I love you because I loved you before.
Love and infatuation is two different things, though.
Exactly. So I feel like when you say in love, like in love is different. Yeah, I love you because if I loved you before, I feel like I can't stop loving you. I got to distance myself because if I'm next to you, then the love grows and it shows more and more. So I'm going to love you from a distance. I love you though. I love you.
And this is why I said it's 50% because I agree, but I do not
disagree,
love you.
period.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And you also a Cancer.
Yes. And
I would not do that. It's different though. I don't.
That depends. I forgot.
I feel like I've been there before though.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been through a lot in different ways. So I came to terms with things because I used to be like a grudge holder bad. Like if you do me bad, I'm gonna remind you 10 years later.
We don't forget.
You gonna hit them up randomly like, yo?
No, because they
10 years ago, you remember you did that shit? Like,
for instance, I was just in the Halloween store fixing this, and I run into somebody. It wasn't me doing it, but he did it. I ran into him, and I was like, "How you been? I didn't even know you work here." And he goes.
Wait, he looked at you like that?
Yes, he said I got a problem because a while back I posted a pic of us from when we was younger and tagged you, and you didn't Sarah, I don't even remember what you're talking about.
I would act like I forgot all about
I couldn't
him.
even be mad because that's something I would have did. So I'm like,
so did you apologize?
Of course. That's all you can do. Because now where I am, I'm like, listen, I know where I could take it. I could be, Cancer's a 0 over 100. So I'm either going to just cave in and say, listen, I apologize, or I'm going to take it to the top. And then down to hell.
You believe in this zodiac? I hear you saying I'm a Cancer.
Generally, yes. I know there's certain things. I don't believe in all of it, but there's certain things and characteristics. And I also believe there's two sides to every sign.
So
like there's
two
Cancers,
is
two
0
Geminis, 2 Sages. I believe there's two of every
true.
sign.
That is very true. I believe they say that if like June Cancers are different from July Cancers and so on and so forth, because every sign it's like there's 2 months within the sign with however it overlaps. So they say, like Gemini, I think it's May and June. Mays are different than the Junes, the so on and so forth. So
we gotta get out of this fucking. This
but no, I
Zodiac. I'm dying.
I'm not into zodiacs like that, but I study it because I've done.
Yo, somebody call Batman. The fuck.
Are you an Aquarius?
No, I agree. Take it to hell.
Are you an Aquarius?
No.
What is your sign?
Taurus.
Nah.
Y'all gonna get?
Aries.
I don't know.
No.
Virgo.
Fuck, Scorpio.
Nah.
Definitely not.
Damn,
Y'all real bad at this.
Leo. We going through the whole shit.
The whole shit.
Libra.
Cat.
Big cat.
Oh, Jesus. I was trying to steer from that one. That's the first one that came to my mind, and I wanted to say every
December 27th.
Capricorn.
Oh, Capricorn.
Yeah.
Capricorn, yeah.
When's your birthday?
December 27th.
Wow, you're a Capricorn.
We're not even going to get into the Capricorns. Let's change the topic, right?
What y'all gonna tell me?
Nothing. Let's change the topic.
We gonna
How about staying on topic?
No. Let's change the topic, especially when we get the Capricorns, the males specifically.
Bruh.
I don't know nothing.
I want y'all to know Zodiacs was never the topic.
Exactly.
Never the topic.
Next.
I just brought it up because she kept saying, "Oh, I'm a Cancer, so I do this and that." I just wanted to know what was the relevance. But anyway,
we're big lovers, so that's what I'm saying. We could either be big lovers or big just like I will cut you off.
There's a lot of people that are big lovers, man. They ain't Cancers.
Exactly. That's why I cut them off.
You cut them off because they big lovers?
No, because that's how I am. You're done. It's a done thing. We could be cool. We're cool.
Okay.
But don't hit me up.
And the thing about that is I
And
could
that's
be
just
that,
it.
but if I turn it off, I feel like I can't feel emotion anymore. Me personally, I feel like if I get that way, now I can't. It's hard for me to I don't want to do that to my son. I don't know how to switch it up and be like, all right, I want to be 0 with you, but give him emotion. Sometimes it'll just take over where I'm just like.
Okay.
So I started to tap into my emotions, become more aware, learn how to handle it. Because when I go to 0, you're not getting anything out of me.
Okay. Penny?
What was the question?
Yeah, I mean, we went right down to. Could you love somebody unconditionally for the rest of your life?
I do that naturally, so yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like I don't try to do that. It's just unfortunately the way I'm wired. So
once you love somebody, that's you love them for life, no matter what.
I feel like your perception of love is possibly different than mine, but yes, according to me.
So elaborate on yours.
Yeah. So what's your perception of love?
Like the same way you can unconditionally love a child, like your child,
Right.
I really view like humanity like that naturally. So it's like when I'm dealing with someone on a personal level, whether it be like romantically or a friend or a family member, I just kind of naturally unconditionally love people.
So you're very.
It's not really a good thing, but it's just how
Definitely not.
I mean, yeah, it depends on who it is you're doing it for.
Exactly.
Right.
It becomes weird when it's someone that doesn't really deserve it, but but yeah.
But you still give it.
I still do it. It's just I can't help it.
When you throw even like the because I'm assuming you got this shit from like the Will and Jada situation.
I don't even know what's going on with
Right.
Oh,
So
him. Okay.
so I don't know as a man if I could sit there and take what Jada's dishing out to a nigga and then have to sit here and smile and wave.
What's
and
going on with that?
I don't know. And I don't know.
What's going on?
Well, she's basically expressing her life and her feelings and her thoughts, which is nothing wrong with that. But the thing of putting this man, condolences to Pac or whatever it is, but you putting him on his pedestal, how belittling me, You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't stand there for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I mean, as a wife, you shouldn't be putting another man over your husband. Like, and this man, in respect to Pac, you know what I mean? Pac was a great man, you know what I mean? But Will Smith was that guy, you know what I mean? Like, Will Smith is the Fresh Prince, you know what I mean? You treat him like...
He had a whole album.
Together, right? They haven't been together.
That's what she claims now, you know what I mean?
And I feel like that was the wrong time to say it.
Regardless, if we not together, if we decide to separate or whatever the case may be, it's not respectful, or you don't have enough respect for me to keep this shit how we had it. Because if you're looking at it, tell me how much disrespect that you hear coming from Will's side. How many women do you see Will fucking? How many times is Will embarrassing her? So if y'all want to say, oh, they separated, but look what he's getting and look how she's treating him.
What did she do?
I mean,
she wrote a book detailing every.
She fucked her son's friend.
She's on a podcast.
To me, what?
August Alsina.
Oh God,
that was Jada.
That was
I'm done with y'all.
I pay attention to celebrities' lives. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, she bragging about it.
She on Red Table talk.
Yeah,
talking about she had an entanglement. It was a whole song about that
she
shit.
couldn't. She couldn't. It was just the accountability or things like that. But the thing about it is, I agree with 50% of what you're saying.
You in this
50%.
You in this 50%.
Because
it's the cancer in you.
Hold on.
Okay, Will wrote a tell-all as well. He wrote, but the difference between Will and Jada, I understand. He is that guy, like, #1 actor, everything. The thing is, he said he did his dirt too. I feel like with Will, he's thinking about the bigger picture, the legacy, the family, the name, the Smiths. Like that's what he's thinking of. I feel like that is a good thing you should think of that, especially if you've built such a career, you know. But also with her, I gotta say it because it's like,
hold her accountable, man.
No, she didn't want to be married, and he knew that. She said that.
She told him that she didn't want to.
Yes, this is.
But said I do.
But no. This is something that happened. I don't know if you guys ever seen previous interviews prior to what she's saying now. Previous interviews, she said she never wanted to be married. He dropped his ex-wife. Went to her, however that part goes, and says, oh, are you single? She says no. He's like, oh, we together now. Not for nothing, some women like that. However, it's like, if the woman said, I don't want no traditional marriage, I don't want to be married, I don't this, I don't that.
She just said she was about to marry Pac.
No. Even though she said she wanted to marry, this is the thing, I feel like, no, because it's like, if you just said all these things, no, for real, are you not picking up on this? If she said she want to marry another nigga, she want all these other things, why are you still pursuing her?
I agree with that. If that's what she told him,
because obviously he's not some street hood nigga, then leave the girl alone.
I'm gonna tell you what my other 50% is.
That's why I said I do agree with half of what you're saying, but it's like she said she vocalized what she didn't want versus what she wanted. It feels like a lot of times with guys, y'all tune half of that out. Why? Because she beautiful, you still want her, you still gonna run down, whatever. Because if a man wants a woman, he's going to just, it's like, I feel like a lot of times, fuck what she's saying. Y'all still gonna pursue it.
And I'm not
the girl could have said, she's crazy, she got a man, this, that, and the third. Once you want her, and you're gonna keep going. And it's just, I have no idea what to say because it's not like she ain't say it.
Okay.
But also there's another part to that. Her mom, back in the day, her mom said,
oh, you went down the rabbit hole.
Marry him. Because it's all there. Like there's, the thing is, judge her, yes, she deserves it. But there's way more to it.
But
like,
I'm gonna tell you
her
what
mom told her to go through with it.
All right, but if she didn't want to marry him, she shouldn't have married him.
There's a different case to like what happens back then. If you're back, this is the 90s.
Okay.
If the mom said, listen, this is a good man, this is a good man, Savannah. You gonna marry him.
In the 90s, they were saying if he's a good man,
You gonna do it.
You gonna do it?
You're gonna do yes.
Okay.
Because
different
back then it was
Yeah.
different back then.
It was the
Even though
neighbors was beating your
How old are you?
kids.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. All right.
It was different times. So
My
it's
mom
like
said she was getting beat by the neighbor back then.
By the neighbor?
But listen, life was different.
life
Yeah, I
was
agree.
It's not
different
like
back
how we
then.
live.
That's why I said
Who's her neighbor?
I agree
Debo? What
with
the fuck?
stand up for the
It should
women.
it
Ain't
should
nobody
go
touching
back.
me
It
for
should
that.
go back to your community policing what's going on. When your neighbor would be able to hold you accountable when you're doing some dumb shit.
Oh,
That's what she's
you
saying.
mean like an adult and a kid type shit?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. All right. I thought she was on some Debo Felicia
no,
shit.
no.
Like, I like, my bad. But let's get back to the topic.
The topic is going. We on Will and Jada. Wow.
we had to touch on that
She
that
made
topic
great
real
points
quick.
though.
She did make
She
great
did.
points. However,
Ooh.
she treating Will like he went on stage and got smacked by Chris Rock and he told him to sit his
Okay,
ass down.
okay.
Like, no, I mean, like
Yeah, that part is kind of crazy.
he
a two-way
he's
street.
holding
It's
her
both
down.
of them.
He's not embarrassing her. So why she got to do that to him? And if you all gonna do that to them, you should have been divorced them and separated
I don't
and
think
cut
they
ties,
could do
bro.
that.
When
I mean,
They don't got no prenup.
for me, once you
They
start
don't got no
realizing-
prenup, but they both got money. They could go their
No,
separate ways. They could agree to go
I
their
don't
separate
think
ways.
so. I don't personally, from what I've seen with certain marriages,
Uh,
there's a lot. There's a lot of marriages, even though they don't got Will Jada money. There's a lot of marriages where, you know what, we married. You gonna do? We could be living in separate houses. We could live upstairs, downstairs, separate rooms, whatever. They're not gonna get married. They're not even gonna file that paperwork.
Or they say the divorce is more expensive.
We could sit here
Yes.
and have this debate,
They're
but
not gonna do
ultimately that man is still happy with his situation. He's not mad,
Exactly.
and
Like-
we're more mad than he is. And that's the fucked up.
we
part
mad
about the whole
because
situation.
a lot of us looked up to Will and
I feel
yo,
like-
Will was
we
a
still do.
hold on. Will was a superhero. Like he couldn't be touched. Nah, I mean he was that guy, and now he looking touchable, man. I ain't going to post, but he looking
What?
he looking crazy, man. He looking crazy, man. But we gonna get to you.
Yes.
Could you love somebody unconditionally for the rest of your life?
Yeah, like if it's genuine, I would say. Yeah.
Y'all broke up. Know what I mean? He did some fuck
If
shit to
it
you.
ended on like some bad, like
Yeah,
a bad
some
way,
bad
I
time.
think.
Would you still love him?
nah.
All right, so you contradicting yourself right now. Like,
I said if it's genuine, like if it's actually,
right, y'all
but
was
like, if it
genuinely
ends-
in love, but
okay.
then y'all ended on bad
only
terms.
children and pets, bro. Next topic.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, next topic, man. How does a man get out of the friend zone?
Whoa.
And into the what zone though?
He went to that zone.
Get out of the friend zone?
Yeah, he trying to get out the friend zone. What can a man do to get out the friend zone?
Man up, just mention it. You never know. The worst thing that's gonna happen is she might clip it, but like I feel like sometimes like girls, we could be nice. Like it's kind of like, you know, whatever. Like he said it, but we'll overlook it if you're like a cool friend. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No.
Just
For
be
me,
sure.
for
What
me,
you mean they don't?
What you mean you overlook it? Like overlook what?
Sound like sympathy pussy.
Word.
Like, yeah, get some pussy. You look sad. You want a piece of
was my
pussy?
No, like
friend,
let's say like
Not
a friend approaches me and like they like me or whatever.
Uh,
I'm gonna be like, no, like I'm not interested, but I'm not gonna like be weird about it. Like, you know,
but
I'm still
that's
gonna-
not getting out the friend zone though. Like, how does he get out of there?
How does he fuck? That's what you're asking.
No. If you want to,
Right. That's what I'm asking. Yeah. How does he get to that level?
For me, once you're in the friend zone, you
That's it?
You're never getting out.
Never getting out?
Not for me.
I mean,
it's
you
hard.
can.
You
I can't
can.
speak for other women, but for me, you're never getting out.
yeah, because the friend zone is already like established.
OD.
So you have like a window.
Mm.
There's a window. You have a very
What's the window?
I can't say. Everybody's different.
It differs?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I guess if eventually like and like the vibe like becomes that, I don't know.
Mm.
Like it just gotta happen. It's
So-
not- you just can't get out the friend zone because you wanna.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like that's not how.
I
it
feel
happens.
like,
You gotta be my type at that point. You just gotta be somebody
Yeah.
else.
So have y'all ever put somebody that was y'all type in the friend zone?
Yeah.
I don't think people
Yeah?
just go into the
Yeah.
friend
And
zone
then
like
and then he
that.
make it out?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
But at that point I felt like maybe he didn't want to be anything but in the friend zone. So let's just keep it in the friend zone.
Okay. Okay, so he ain't try to make it out, is what you saying. Okay.
So-
I don't know.
What you say, Tina?
Oh, damn. I lost my train of thought.
The-
Okay, I feel like with the friend zone thing, I feel like guys kind of put themselves in the friend zone
Mhm.
in a way. They do it to themselves because they're not being forward. But also, I feel like you can get out of the. I don't feel like the friend zone is a bad place to be. Honestly, it's not. And
Why you say? Wait, what?
that's my reason.
What benefits do you have in the friend zone?
There is your
As a guy.
You're a friend to the person. Listen,
As a guy.
you're a friend to the person.
Uh-huh.
As the best relationships come out of being friends first. That is a benefit. You
Y'all just said if you the friend, you
Well,
not
you gonna be a
go to
friend
the
forever.
end.
So how the fuck like
Zone.
no,
That's what
I
I'm
never
saying.
even explained how
okay.
to get out of it. But I'm
Friend
saying
and
like
friend zone
I'm
differ,
weird.
just
friends,
like love.
yeah,
and
like
No, I agree with you.
you can definitely get out of the friend. The best relationships
friend
in
and
life.
friend zone is different?
Yes.
Yeah, but like the best
Yes.
relationships
Just like
you
love
have
and
in your
love. We
life.
just spoke about it.
Right, but the best relationships you have in your life
So
you should be their friend.
I got a question for y'all. How many men that y'all put in the friend zone that y'all knew wanted something more?
Okay, I put people in. I don't put them in the friend zone. They put themselves in the friend zone.
Okay, how many people you knew wanted something more and you let them stay in the friend zone without letting them know?
I let them know.
How does
Yeah,
one how does
let them know.
I let them know.
Like
how does
you
one
know that they like you, right?
I let them know that
But
you're not, it's not gonna
You're
happen.
not interested in them, but you keep them around
But it's
because you
like
know.
unless they ask directly, like, yo, I'm trying to do whatever, then there's no reason to say it. They just stay in the friend zone.
But you know this. You know they want more.
But how do you
I know they want
Too
more.
bad.
From
I
your
mean,
energy,
what we
but,
gonna
like,
do?
if they're not
You in the
gonna
friend zone. That's it. You gotta.
make it weird
Next.
and say something out loud, then I don't
I'ma
feel
help
the need
you.
to be like, look,
Like,
I'm gonna help you.
you're gonna be in the friend zone, bro. Like, there's no reason to have
That's
that
happened to me
conversation.
before.
how, you said men put themselves in the friend zone.
They
how,
do.
how they do that?
Being weird.
Being weird how?
They be weird. Like hold on.
What's an example?
Niggas be weird. Okay, if you want to get this in, how you get out the friend zone, state all your intentions. You just want to fuck her.
Say that.
Say that. You want
That ain't gonna get you in the friend zone. That might get you the pussy.
But isn't that
I
what
ain't
you
never-
are? Isn't is
The,
so
the
then what do
nigga,
you
the
want?
nigga
Do
that's
you-
not saying that is in the
That's what
friend
he's saying,
zone.
though.
Okay,
If
but
you
what
say
do you
what your
want?
intention
That's what
is.
I'm saying. What do you want? Do you want a relationship? Do you want sex? What do you want? If you trying to get out the friend zone, state what you want.
But he not getting up. But he
That
not getting up.
depends. If you say what you want, then she might think about it.
Okay.
Because it's like, if we leave the friend zone, where we going?
Right. I don't
the-
like
to the
some girls
bed.
don't want to be
Right, but what is that?
Like,
Is
tell
that
me
like
what
we
you
need to
want.
know? Women need clarity. I need to know, is this once we leave the friend zone, are we in a
What we
relationship?
doing?
Because
Like,
some women
yeah.
don't want that. Like, as much as men might think, oh, that's what we want. No, we just want to know what is gonna happen. Women want to know play by play. Like, are we gonna go back to not we're gonna fuck and then we just peace out? Or are we gonna go on a date tomorrow? Or are we gonna do brunch next week? But if you say nothing, it's like the friend zone is scary. Just stay there because
It is scary.
Turning
The friend
You
to
might
the
get
other
more
person
lucky.
can be very scary.
See, the part that's confusing for me is because y'all have these high ass standards for the nigga that's in the friend zone, but don't got these same standards for the nigga that's just jumping in your drawers.
No.
It just so you gotta tell me what we gonna do before, what we gonna
That's
do
not
after,
true.
what's your intentions and what
why-
you're
but
thinking
wait,
about.
wait,
But that
that's
nigga
not
that just getting in them
true.
panties ain't gotta tell you
That
nothing
is
about
not
nothing.
true.
Hold on a minute.
That is not
Hold
true.
on.
Said they getting in our drawers, but if if a nigga's getting in my drawers, why am I not getting in his drawers? If I don't, when that's happening, who says I want to? I give a fuck about what happens tomorrow. Maybe that day, I'm the one getting in his drawers. Y'all always thinking you getting in my
You're
drawers.
not winning, mama.
How am I not winning?
You not getting in his jaws.
How not?
He's entering you. He got in your jaws.
Okay, and then after that, if I leave and don't talk to you again,
You did me a favor.
I still
and
got
you
in them
did
jaws.
me one too, because a lot of
I always
niggas
spin
will
the
not
block.
just
Tap,
leave it at
tap,
that. Because
tap.
I dick and dash, so I know.
Dick and
Dick and
dash?
For
dash.
sure.
What? Put that on a shirt. No.
like that. That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like you getting in my drawers and I got in yours too, and then
What
I
you
put
mean you-
mine on.
what you mean you
and
dick-
then you said, "Where you going?" Oh no, you want to smoke a spliff? No, not really. I got
No, I don't. No.
I gotta go home.
You brought your own bud. Get the fuck
I got a
out.
spliff at home. That's why I'm leaving.
Thank you.
And niggas
The
and,
fuck?
niggas be like, don't go.
Yo,
See, he wouldn't say don't
yo,
go. but
listen.
they do though.
Listen.
They
two-
do though.
I was saying
One, there's two
Don't make me
things.
open up my phone. I'm crazy.
Two things.
Open the phone.
To the ladies out there, please. I don't think that's what y'all should be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dicking and dashing,
I'm not saying it's every
hashtashing,
weekend or what's
whatever.
the case may
and
be,
to
but,
you niggas, it is your fault that they feel like they can say shit like this, like they jumping in your drawers, nigga, because you out here simping on your pimping and thinking you
Right,
gotta
because they're
cater.
the only ones that could get in their
Yeah.
drawers, right?
No. What
Slipping on your pimping if you're not the one in their drawers.
no, I think women should keep themselves to a high standard where they're not just
Well,
draws.
men should keep themselves to a higher standard as well. People, human, the whole
You-
humanity
you-
race.
you're-
should hold
you're-
themselves
you're
to a higher
right.
standard.
You're
So
right.
let's not do the gender thing. Like
It is
if
the
women gotta
gender
hold themselves to
thing.
the standard, you do the same thing.
Said it.
No.
It's a
Do
gender
the same
It
thing.
is.
Why?
Do the
Can you
same
explain
thing.
it?
Like I said before, man.
Because from the beginning of time, women have to give access to sex.
Honestly,
I just said
we
that.
wasn't here at the beginning of time. We can't even vouch for that shit.
But
Men cannot have sex with women without women permission.
with more power comes
But what does
more
that do with anything?
responsibility.
I'm confused.
So if you could go outside and literally point at anybody and get sex, obviously you're gonna be held to a higher standard than a nigga that gotta build himself up to get what you getting just off of this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
I think
I'm,
things are
I'm a little
different.
confused.
Now,
All right.
They used to be.
If you and me walk outside right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we both say, all right, let's see who gets sex first. Who gonna get sex first?
Okay, so you're personally, I'm not even doing that. There is.
It's a hypothetical question. Like,
Okay,
like,
I'm
if
still
me,
okay,
wait,
so
hold on.
hypothetical.
If me and you walk
not
outside
even
right now,
type of
who is
thing.
gonna get laid first?
But what does that mean?
I'm gonna
though?
say
We're not
this.
talking about
It-
strangers.
Okay,
Yeah, we talking about
all in a
strangers.
hypothetical.
The friend zone is not somebody that's a stranger. That's what we was talking about.
We're not on that anymore. We
not-
talking about the reason that y'all get held to a higher standard is
Gotcha.
because it's easier for y'all
Yeah.
to get sex than it is for men.
Understandable.
I don't think so.
Nah.
What?
Nah,
Nah,
I
it is.
get it.
It definitely is easier.
I
So,
get it. It's
like I
easier.
said,
Men
if
are
we went
easier.
outside right now, strangers walking down the block, who getting laid first between me and you?
the women for sure.
Simple.
Yeah, but
Men are easy.
I gotta go work for that. I gotta pull up in a Benz,
But I
a
don't
BM.
understand.
You could just go out in this costume right here and pick anybody you want. Anybody in this room right now, point at them. They gonna go with you.
Oh my god.
I'm actually taken, so I
Except for that nigga.
Oh, he low.
But everybody else, they gonna go.
That's crazy.
Me, I gotta. You know what I mean? You can go to dinner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's different. So y'all gonna get held to a higher standard just the way it is.
But what's that got to do with what she said? Like, I'm confused a little.
So I
She
can't-
said-
I-
she
I
said-
can
What I
dash,
mean.
That
basically.
goes back to the. She said, "Oh,
Yeah, but
we
hold
on
on.
the
Dick
same
and
level when it
dash
comes to."
doesn't mean that you go outside and every 6 billion.
No,
But
not
let me
that
finish my
part.
sentence.
Not
Hold
that
on.
part. She said
Let me
that.
finish what I'm saying
when-
though. It
Okay,
doesn't
go ahead,
mean
go ahead, Penny.
Dick and dash, what
Mhm.
she's saying doesn't mean that everyone that's attracted to you, every man that's hollering at you, you fuck all of them.
And then
Doesn't
dash.
mean that.
You just fuck the ones you care
It means you
about.
decide who you want to dick and dash with.
That's not the point. That's
So what
not.
is? So you're
That's not the part I was responding to.
okay.
When Ju said that from the beginning of the time women was doing, and she's saying, "Oh, we should hold everybody to the same standard." I'm saying we can't hold everybody to the same standard
Why
because
not? Because we not living
because
in
of the
same
whole
time.
conversation
But
we just
talking
had
about
that
the
you just
beginning of
nodded your head like,
time, and we
okay,
ain't
yeah,
living in the beginning of
oh,
time.
yo, you just nodded your head. Like, yeah, you're right.
You-
But now-
I
Just because you're right,
I can
doesn't
I can also.
just because you're right.
So-
We're living in the 1800s.
So look, y'all
Bruh.
don't care about how much, who and how much people you fucking, right?
That's not what
No,
anybody.
I'm asking a question. I'm asking a
Nobody
question.
said that. Nobody
No,
said that.
no.
Nobody.
said that.
No.
I'm saying, look.
We didn't say that.
If you could say you can dick and dash, that means you don't give a fuck about
No,
the
it
person.
doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it
That means that I'm
What?
protecting myself.
Huh? Protecting yourself by dashing from a dick you just fucked?
Wait,
Just because I dick and dash don't mean I don't know the person. That means that when it's time to get dick, I'm not sticking around. I'm not sitting here forming a relationship bond after sex. Because when you're a woman, after sex, the tensions are high. Your hormones are flowing. I'm not sticking around. You want to chill on another
very
time?
upsetting to his soul. Look at him.
You want to chill on another dime where we not having sex? Cool.
I don't understand
But
what's
after
the
sex,
problem.
hell no. It's dick and dash.
I just don't get it.
You know why? Because
Why?
you're a man.
Oh,
You don't have hormones. You don't have that shit flowing through you. So after sex, you're not gonna feel what we feel. Like you're
No.
not gonna ejaculate
I
as a
no,
woman.
I don't know
So-
how you feel like you're doing something by.
But
I'm walking out on
Who
you.
said I'm,
You
no,
said
but
that.
I said I'm protecting myself. I never said it had anything to do with the man.
But with that being said, right?
No, I
You
didn't.
just
I said I'm
no.
digging
I said
dashing.
with what you just said, right? You just admitted that there's another level to sex that we don't go through.
Right.
So that's even more reason why you should hold yourself to a higher standard.
Why though? Because we experienced something different?
Yes.
What the fuck?
No. That means that we have to handle
Can
it
I- can I
different.
answer
That means
this?
that we
Can I-
can't just ejaculate y'all and then just go about our day.
Okay, can I
There's a
can I
whole
answer this?
process.
You
right.
never
Go
said
ahead,
that you're
go
not
ahead.
holding
Answer
yourself to a standard. That's where there's
Right,
a little
it's
communication
confusing
lost
me,
because
'cause
she
I
never
could be
said
dick and dashing
she
one
don't hold
person.
herself to any standard.
I could be dick and dashing one person.
It could be one person for 5 years.
But after the dick, I'ma go. I'ma go. I'm gonna go.
Like you know when
Me?
y'all get bored and
I'ma
y'all
go.
just want to fuck, so y'all hit up someone like and y'all fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And then
it.
the bitch lay in the
She's
bed and you like,
basically
what she
saying,
doing?
All right, let's say
So
what you about to do?
over time, when you with this one person, right? You digging and dashing this one nigga, right? You're still not getting feelings with this. That
Of course, but I wouldn't. We're not in the friend zone no more.
Nah.
Can I please?
How did this
Bruh.
even start?
Please
Like, how did
Bruh.
this conversation even
You don't
start?
fuck somebody that's in the friend zone. Am I right or wrong?
but you're not dashing. You're now you,
I
after
ain't dashing
after
at the moment. Am I sticking around?
at
after I
the
get dash?
moment. You're still get look.
The name
look,
of the
listen,
quote is dick
listen.
and dash. If
Let me
it's
tell
too much for
look,
you, if it's too complex,
No,
then
look,
I don't know
you
what to
just
say.
proved that over time you would still, whether you're chilling or not,
guess what?
you're
It's
still
called
in
a
your feelings.
transition. It would
Listen,
transition from
I
dick and
can
dash
fuck
to
a
something
woman a
else.
gazillion times and wouldn't give two fucks where she's going afterwards. And that's the
Okay.
difference between men and women.
Congratulations, you just explained the difference. Like that doesn't mean nothing. I'm just saying what I said. That doesn't negate what I said. It doesn't void what I said. You just said what you said, and I said what I said.
Continue to the door dash, dick dash, whatever hashtag.
Thank
I don't
you.
care.
Thank you.
Tina, you wanted to say your last piece on this?
That's crazy.
Oh my God, y'all.
It don't seem like we getting nowhere in this topic.
No, no. Okay,
What's
so it's like
Mm.
I agree with what you're saying, and I also understand what
That's that 50-50 again.
I'm just saying, right? I completely understand each. You gotta be open minded.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's like, with women, yes, you get you must hold yourself to a higher standard, because the way that men think, their mind is not going to change. That's why he's saying what he's saying. Like, if it's a dick and dash situation, you're always going to be the dick and dash girl. I think that's what he means, right? So for
She gets
you, it's I already got it. I've been trying to say something the whole time. But for her, it's like, I don't care about you either. So it's like, right, like that's what she's
I
saying.
can
like,
care about you, but not care about you.
I don't.
That's
care
not what
about
she's
you.
saying.
But she
No.
said
That's
she's
not what
gonna
she-
care eventually.
No,
She's
like-
She said
gonna
she gonna
care.
catch feelings
Maybe.
I
eventually.
wasn't done though.
Maybe, or maybe
I
it's just
wasn't
dick.
finished though.
But you was saying wrong shit. You
no,
said she's not
I
gonna
wasn't
care.
finished. Let me finish.
Alright. But stay on the
What
right
she's
path.
saying-
Let go.
No. What she's saying is, I don't care about you either. However, let me finish. Because we're women, over time, you are gonna care, because after a while you're gonna wonder, like, damn, why he not taking me on a date? Why he not asking me this? Why he not offering me nothing? Like, and then after a while, what might happen is he might have a whole girlfriend he's doing all these things for, and still dicking and dashing whomever. And that's why I said it's 50-50.
So so in that scenario, what happens to you as the dick and dasher?
I don't dick and dash, so I don't know.
In the
I'm
scenario,
not a dick and
hypothetically.
dasher, so I don't know. I said
Well,
what I
that
said.
don't mean nothing. That mean you could be only on one dick. You know what I'm saying?
All
Not-
right.
Doesn't mean you're on mad dick.
In her scenario, let's say
I
you're
just said I understood both sides.
right, but in your scenario that you just
said.
brought up, I was dick and dashing for a while.
Mhm.
He ended up getting in a relationship with somebody else. Now you butt hurt, right? Because
That could be a possibility,
Right.
yeah.
so that's why you should hold yourself
But
to.
that's why I said what I said in the beginning.
Mhm.
As a woman, you should hold yourself to a higher standard.
Mhm. So, but
Because
you
as-
50-50.
No, I said I'm 50-50 because I agree with what they both said. I agree with what he said. I agree with what she said. That's why I said it's 50-50, because I agree
What
with
is the
what
real
they said.
definition of dick and dash, though? Can you define it? It's like you
Nah,
fucking
that
with someone.
moment.
Confused.
in the moment. Because for me, I feel like, I don't know about other women, I can catch feelings fast. So for me, I'm gonna just, if that's what we doing, all right, cool.
So
I
soon-
can't stick
But
around.
what is it? It
So
means
as soon
like,
as so as
I
soon
don't know.
What
as
does
soon as the
that
nut
mean, though?
as soon as the
If
nut
you
is
did-
had, you
we
out of
could
there.
Maybe smoke one spliff, have a little conversation, but I'm getting ready to go.
Okay.
I'm
What
getting
I'm
ready to
saying,
go.
it's not healthy for society in the future. All I'm saying overall.
True, but
I'm just saying, not even for your,
dick and dashing.
not even for yourself.
In the
It's not
I
healthy for
done
nobody.
threw
It's not
myself
healthy for
into
your
it and didn't
mental.
dick and dash and got hurt and got violated. So everybody's experience is different.
I
I'm
understand
not
that.
saying that I don't give a fuck about the person completely, but
Or-
in that moment when the dick is happening, I'm not sticking around. I'm not saying that we can't.
What I'm saying is, and I don't want you guys to take this
So
the
you're
hard
sticking
way.
around for the dick. You not sticking around for afterwards.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think women should find a man that's more worthy to just give that box to. That's all I'm saying.
I
It might be
agree. This
it might be
kitty-
coming out harsh, but
Respectfully,
yo,
I don't know.
and I know it's a lot of dirtbag niggas, there's a lot of shithead niggas, there's a lot of niggas that's not worthy, and it's harder to find a good man for you ladies to feel comfortable with, right? But in that process, spend a little bit more time, do a little bit more vetting, and find the right nigga to give that box to, and it might be the nigga that you got in that friend zone. That go back to the fucking beginning of the show. It might be that nigga that you've been ignoring this whole time.
It's always that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So,
It's always
and he needs to step up as a man.
He got to
But
step up and
you know,
act.
look, I'm not saying
strong.
that.
He
But
just gotta say it. That's
but
it.
that I'm telling you, one person that don't deserve that box is the one you dashing on right after.
Yes.
And that's all I'm
Ladies,
saying.
But
stay
I just want to let y'all
strong.
know
These
dashing
men
don't mean
that-
disappearing.
Hold on.
Like I'm not turning into
oh,
Can I say
Casper.
something
I'm
to
about to
my
fucking
ladies?
dash
Wait.
up out if she
Wait,
say this one more time,
Wait,
bro.
Because he's saying it, the way he's saying it is like the way it's just not the dick and dash. Like I'm not leaving you, Pookie. I'm not gonna disappear. I'm not gonna block you. Ain't like that.
Hold on. She had a message for the women
Yes,
out there.
ladies, stay strong. These men do not deserve the kitty. It is a privilege. All right.
It is a privilege.
It is a
honestly,
privilege.
like
You know-
if and so y'all want to have men in your life,
I am a good man.
just for like memories, hang out, all of that extra shit. Because at the end of the day, like they still gonna stick around. If they dip, all right, on to the next one until you find the one. Just focus on your hustle, your bread, like be top boss, and at the end of the day, it's gonna all come into your life. But don't give that kitty away. Keep that shit tight. Keep that shit sweet. Like
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm taking
She
it.
said keep that shit on lock.
But anyway, let's get to the next topic. This is the last question, then we're gonna get up out of here, man. Do y'all prefer men to shoot their shot in person or through social media?
Person.
Why?
Run down in person.
I
Why?
feel like
I
text is
love-
already miscommunicated.
I love meeting people in person, especially guys. Online, I don't know you. I just don't. I don't care what your Instagram look like. No. Why?
Okay.
Because it could be a rental. It could be an Airbnb.
rental.
It could be a rental in person.
I'm weak.
True.
But I'm gonna know. in
How?
person.
What?
You're gonna figure that out. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't listen. Why I say it could be a rental in person.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna know this. Why? Because after a week you have to return that rental. So they're gonna know.
After
After
Yo,
however
do Static
long
Shock
you
know how
guys
to like
take.
disappear? Was that any one of his
Wait, what?
moves? Like,
you gotta fly away. You gotta get your sport.
I'm switching to Raiden.
I need
All right,
to
honestly,
No, yeah, you know them better.
honestly, I don't mind. It doesn't matter. Regardless, like we're gonna end up linking. And if you look good enough, I might just FaceTime you. Like I'm bold like that. So the vibes get started.
Okay.
Damn.
Penny?
My answer kind of changed.
The answer is most of the time no for me, regardless. But
Okay.
to be honest,
Well, up front or DM?
either one. You gotta, like you guys were just saying, the amount of guys that holler at us is insane. So it's very rare that I'm actually like, oh, okay, let me talk to this person.
I get it.
But it doesn't matter either one, whether it's the same to me.
So
I
is-
could look at you or look at your profile and figure something out enough to figure out if I want to talk to you again.
okay.
In person is more sexy though.
It
Like,
is.
you like that? You could come up.
But if you guys are getting harassed 24/7, right? Even if you find a guy attractive,
you gotta
you're already
come correct.
frustrated, right?
Nah, you gotta come.
Nah, not if
correct.
you're attractive.
Oh, so
It just
don't
never
lie.
happens.
just the Carl Winslow thing, the shit where if it's a ugly nigga and a good looking nigga say the same shit, but when the good looking nigga say it,
Absolutely.
y'all listening.
We'll be
Okay.
like, FaceTime
I
me
listen
tonight,
to what the other niggas say
FaceTime
too.
tonight.
as
Right,
opposed
you
to like
be
get the
surprised.
fuck away
You
from me.
listen to what the other nigga said?
Yeah, what if he's saying something that I like to hear?
Right.
Okay.
Looks is not.
So you
I'm about to
date
say,
you date
I
ugly
like
niggas?
Ugly niggas on the low.
Y'all date ugly niggas?
Yeah.
He's not ugly.
Like,
He's
so
literally,
I
I find him attractive.
because it could be ugly. To
Okay,
others,
he's
but
not ugly. I just find.
Come
him
on, y'all know.
I'm
when a
attracted
nigga
to
ugly,
comedy.
bro,
So if you can make me laugh and we could vibe.
all right, but we
differently,
talking physically. If the
Because
nigga
you
not,
could be
if he
dead
not
ugly.
physically gifted,
You could be.
y'all still talking to him?
You could be
Women
dead
talk
ugly.
to men that are not all that attractive all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We
I think
look
it's
at
I think
other things.
I think it's hard in person for an unattractive person to try to holler at a.
I don't think
That's why you
so,
better come with
'cause
them
men,
jokes.
There's a lot. You see a lot of ugly niggas out here
With them
with bad
jokes.
women that look great. That look
'cause they got money.
amazing. It's not always money. Sometimes they don't have that much money. It's something about their personality that they like.
I
Like
never-
if feelings
I don't
are
even know.
I
involved,
never
like,
seen an ugly nigga.
I
that-
just know-
Some
When
niggas
a
got
baddie, they ain't
confidence.
had no-
No,
Nah.
no, there be a lot of ugly niggas with a lot of confidence. They be
Yeah, that
funny.
too.
They
But
be
you
smart,
funny?
smart.
Yeah,
Let's not
you
forget the
be
smart.
funny.
You want a
Their
smart
personality
man.
is great.
Because if
It's
you
a
made me
lot of
laugh, you
them
made me
things.
smile at that
The-
point. So
Yes,
you
that.
locked in.
Sound like a lot of cap in here. Ain't going.
There's
No,
no
I'm
cap.
not for
There's no
me.
cap in my rap.
Come on.
It's a very,
It's a
very
regular
true.
degular girl.
So all y'all dated ugly niggas that ain't had no money. That's what y'all.
I won't.
No, I never. What?
But I'll be cool.
Huh? What'd you say?
I personally won't date.
Why you had to say
but I'll be
broke?
cool with them.
We were talking about ugly.
We never said they was ugly and broke. We just said they were
broke.
ugly.
I-
We never said they
She
was ugly and broke.
she see a lot of ugly niggas with
But they don't
baddies.
gotta be broke.
And I said, wait, and
never said they was
I
ugly
said they
and
got,
broke.
and I said they got money. She said not necessarily.
You gotta pick a struggle.
But he
You
gonna work
cannot
at
be
UP.
ugly and broke. That doesn't make sense.
That's what the fuck
What
I
is
just
there-
said,
okay,
bro.
So what is considerably broke then?
Yeah, because you could
Because if
work
you like working and at least
Whoa.
like, you know, we get
You
into
get a little
it
jobby
and
job.
there's a plan.
Like what is
okay.
considerably broke?
little 9 to 5.
But ugly and broke, I'm sorry, we just can't do it. It's just,
So,
you gotta have
Personally,
some.
I ain't like that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
wait,
I
wait,
shouldn't be on here.
Before
I be building niggas up.
before we move on, I just
I
want
be giving them the open call.
I just want to recap what the fuck just happened, right?
I just sent my ex to a job.
I
fair. What
said
you talking about?
that
Look at
if he's
job, babe.
ugly, he has to have money. Y'all all said, no, he don't have that money.
And I just said.
Few seconds later, he can't be ugly and bro, he got a bigger struggle. Y'all seen that, right? All right.
Oh my
I
god.
told-
I
I
wouldn't
just
date
told
one.
you.
I wouldn't date an ugly girl.
Okay, appreciate you keeping it real, man. Yo, I appreciate y'all coming through. We gotta get the fuck up out
Yeah,
of
we
here.
do.
Yo, this was cool. Tell them where they can follow you at, man.
You guys can follow me at frafrizzy.xo. Fra Frizzy with the extra Izzy on weekends. Y'all know the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, this is Tina Chanel. You can find me at The Real Tina Chanel.
Tina the Ninja. Yo, you can show the costume over real quick?
Yeah, please.
Show the
Do a
costume over real
360.
quick.
Are you a ninja?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
360 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got you, ma'am.
Oh, how you like put it down? They're not
I
sponsored.
don't even know how to. Okay.
I'm in a relationship, so I got to put my goggles on.
Yeah, turn around.
So I'm gonna just
same
stay.
relationship.
Yes.
What happened?
Show it all.
Where? Show up
Yeah,
the,
please.
the
I said
costume.
360.
The 360 phone.
Yes.
Mhm.
Period.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sit down for me.
Miss Pence?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at I'm Penny Lee.
Wait, can we see the outfit as well?
I don't have like a
Don't make
costume
everybody
on.
get up.
Yeah.
You ain't want to see my outfit?
I mean, we go.
Shout out to the camel toe.
You gotta do the 360. You got-
Oh,
you got-
no,
you got-
no, that's not asses out.
Well, you do got the
Subscribe
hat.
to
You
my
know what I'm saying?
OnlyFans, yeah.
Let's go subscribe to
Yeah.
my OnlyFans, she said.
Swiggy,
Yeah, run
can
it
we see the
up.
outfit?
No,
You-
it's right here.
The people want to see the outfit.
Guys, this is a skirt from Rainbows and a top from Forever 21. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't get dressed to be here, so no. And I ain't got no ass. So follow me at Take a Swig with 2 G's. Take
Right.
a swig of me.
Jenny from the block, go ahead, man. Let me see the block.
I'm not Jenny from the block, but I am Violet B from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Hold on, let me do my book.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to go. Yeah.
Hey. Yo.
No, now I gotta get up.
Shout out to all y'all.
All right, y'all. Regular ass skirt.
Okay, I see some jiggle. All right. Yo, y'all not entertained? I mean, like, subscribe. I mean, shout out to y'all, man. It's
Happy
Dailyrapupcrew,
Halloween.
you heard? Low soul, in
Happy
case you ain't
Halloween,
no
y'all.
soul, man. We saw the outfit too. Y'all.